Hey, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? That's my new intro. Okay, I'll wait till somebody gets in here. Make sure I'm live. I wanted to ask the question. I guess you can catch the whole thing on replay. Hey, Noxzema Jackson. All right, man. Noxzema, crackhead. Who you calling a crackhead, Noxzema? Hi, Princess Troy Allen. Not Princess Troy Allen. Princess A and Troy Allen. Then Bonnie and Sophia Watkins. Hello, everybody. Am I the only one asking why this dude cannot simply put on a mask like everybody else? He is the only one coming on stage at this point, making public announcements without a mask on. Why this dude named Trump can't simply put on a mask like everybody else? Now he's taking dangerous drugs. He said he has a heart condition, and this thing can be dangerous for people with a heart condition. And now he's announcing that he is taking this drug. Okay, so I'm going to ask this. What about all the people, all the Trump supporters, all the dumb people in the world who actually believe Trump, who actually follow him, take his advice, when they get a little sick? Are they going to start taking this drug, we call it hydroxy. I'll never be able to get that name together. Are the ones that die, does he take responsibility for those people? Of course not. Why does he always got to be doing something different than everybody else? Everybody in the White House now is instructed to wear a mask. They're all wearing masks. 2 of them tested positive last week. At the same time, he starts taking some strange-ass drug, unproven drug, which his own FDA says, do not take this unless under, you got to be a part of a trial under clinical circumstances in the hospital where they're testing you. He just out of the blue. I'm taking it. Let's hope that they're not going to investigate and find he has some ties to that drug company, because he has been promoting it for months with no proof that it works on anything. They have already eliminated it as any kind of treatment for corona. It doesn't work if you already got it. So now he just takes it on his own. I think that Trump is going to be investigated until the last days of his life. After he leaves office, let's hope it's only a few more months, he is going to be investigated over and over and over and over and over again. Such a scandalous person. How y'all doing today? Hi, Roxanne Smith. Not you, Cookie Tookie. not you, Cookie Tookie. Where in the hell is Cookie? Is Cookie Tookie in here? Cookie Tookie, you're making quite a splash in the news lately. We're all hoping you do better, honey. You can't give up. You cannot give up. You're getting at an age now where this stuff can actually kill you. So we don't want to see just another tragic story. I mean, can you believe this guy? People have all the agencies that are supposed to be working under him have told him, no, this is dangerous, Donald Trump. Do not do this, Donald Trump. Do not recommend this, Donald Trump. Do not even mention it until we actually have some proof that it works. Oh, no. I'm taking it right now. So he's telling you, ignore the government. Essentially what he's saying. They're all liars. It's all fake news. Oh, my God. How could they have put this person in the White House? I don't know. His temperament. So now, since people said it doesn't work, he's got to prove that it does work. Oh, I was talking about Cookie Tookie, Tim. Oh, you call Cookie Tookie crack, girl. We don't want nobody doing crack. It's not a good thing, honey. No crack, no meth, and no heroin. Hello there, Sir King. I see Sir King and Wolverine is in here. Hi, where Wolverine at? Wolverine used to be a moderator here. You left without any notice. Everybody doing their own thing. It amazes me how some of these people are promoting these YouTubers, So like they're Oprah Winfrey somebody. They're actually answering their questions. And I'm sitting back wondering, I can't mention a lot of these names because the people are dead to me. But I'm sitting back and wondering, why in the hell would you be answering this person questions about your personal life? Who in the hell are they? Are they Diane Sawyer? Are they Oprah Winfrey? Who? These StreamYards done gone crazy, honey. I don't think I'm going to mess with StreamYard. I don't think so. All I hear is a lot of yelling and screaming stuff. And now these people are taking it upon themselves to think they can actually interview people and then ascertain answers from them. They have a right to know. That part of YouTube, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll go into other people's, but I'm not messing with it. I heard Teresa says hers are getting out of, well, Teresa got out of control because hers got very popular. So everybody wants to talk and everybody wants to be on there. So, I mean, I'm sure people will figure it out. But, I mean, if everybody's talking, it just turns to a screen fest. So my suggestion, you StreamYarders, is this. Have the moderator and 2 other people, and just let that be the maximum. Then you talk to those people for a while, and then let those people go sit down, and then bring on 3 more or 2 more. So we can at least hear what you're saying. Just an opinion, people. Now, who is a darn fool? Oh, Trump, he is definitely a darn fool. Unfortunately, we're not even allowed to mention his name. We can't put Corona in our titles. We can't put Trump in our titles. We can't do nothing. You got to be educated. You got to be a journalist to talk about these things. Although it's affecting our lives, we're all still locked in these boxes, right? Just absolutely crazy. He got to be against everybody who has an opposing opinion, people who are on his payroll, on the government payroll, people who he's in charge of, he has to go against. They say, don't take it, it's dangerous. He said, I'm taking it. What does that do for all the nuts that are following you, Trump? What about when they start dropping dead or having heart attacks? That's why this stuff has got to be FDA approved, Trump. Whatever company makes that stuff, though, they're making a grip. So when they just try to investigate how they get all these billions of dollars, all these billions of endorsements, no bigger endorsement than the president's taking it, right? Are there going to be ties from that company to Trump? I wouldn't surprise me at all. That's the way he's lived his whole life. And because he says he's taking this drug, he's been taking it for a week and a half. He takes it every day. People, don't jump off a bridge because Trump said he's going to jump off. There's no evidence he's even taking anything. He'll be just running his mouth. But I think the least he could do is put on a damn mask. How are you going to be telling the whole world they put on a mask and you're on one end that don't have one on? But you're willing to take these dangerous drugs as your prophylactic. He lies about everything, honey. More than likely, he's not even taking it. But why is he endorsing that drug so much, though? He keeps acting like it's us against them. He is the government. They're supposed to be on one accord. They're supposed to have one answer. Whatever they say, he says the opposite. It's insane. Then you got these people thinking they're safe because they're taking this bullshit drug that's not been proven to do anything of any benefit to anybody, but they're spending their money and taking this stupid drug, right? So now they feel like they're safe. Oh no, I'm on hydroxy, whatever. I'm on high. I'm going to the club. He calls this leadership. How's it leadership? You won't even show the example of people putting on a mask. Oh, I won't look good. It's not a good look. How's not a good look, child? We're in a crisis. Nobody looking at no 74-year-old man, Trump. They don't think you're pretty. They've never thought you were that. If they thought you were cute, it must have been 40 years ago. You with this old, how many people you were hiring to fix that cough, to cover up the bald? How many years you been doing that? That shows you that he's a narcissist. He thinks somebody thinks he's sexy. No, it doesn't make no difference what you put on your face, Trump. We don't give a shit what you look like because you don't look like nothing. You look like a 70-year-old white dude. Dumbass. Every day you got to suspect everything. Is he saying this for political reasons? Is he saying this to distract from other causes? What's he up to? All bullshit, all smoke and mirrors. Nothing means nothing. I'm so glad that Obama did speak. I mean, we all know what he thinks. But here, this fool, he's trying to blame the whole corona on Obama. Every opportunity he get a chance, he wants to blame everything on Obama, even though he was out of office 3 years. He wants to blame everything on Obama, but Obama can't say anything, nothing. How must that feel? You got a fool, a clown, carnival barker over here talking to the whole world about you every chance he gets, but you can't say nothing. I hope Obama speaks more. Generally speaking, presidents, when they leave office, they try not to interfere with the next president's job, right? How is that possible when he's kind of constantly got these conspiracy theories? Now he's talking about Obamagate. What the hell was Obamagate? We all sit here and watched it every day, Trump. There was no scandal with Obama. It's all been you. You've been under investigation since the day you took office. One scandal after another. There's so many of them that we forget. Didn't he start off with being investigated by Russia? Didn't he get impeached? That was only a week before this damn thing started. Cause he's an idiot. Only can let that man enjoy his retirement. Troy Allen says he is out of his mind. I don't believe he is taking the drug. Would surprise me that he lies about that. He lies about everything else, right? But the thing is, he is a leader of the country, leader of the free world. So how many people are following him? When he said these people are supposed to be taking disinfectant into their body, I guess they're supposed to shoot up Lysol. When he said that, how many people were calling in to see, is it safe for me to shoot up Lysol? How many didn't call nobody? How many just took it? Drank some bleach. He's an idiot. He's an idiot who thinks he's the smartest man in the room. You got all these scientists, which you muzzled almost all of them, telling you one thing, you do the opposite. Well, why did they even employ it there then? I mean, why even have scientists or doctors working on this thing at all if it doesn't mean shit? Whatever you said, they say you're gonna come up opposite. All we can do is ignore the president. We gotta say, ignore the president of the United States. I'm sure he's a joke all over the world. That pisses me off, though. Just gonna sit there and pump his ass. Oh, I take it. Oh, I take it every week. It ain't gonna hurt me. I don't like he's a scientist or something. Didn't all the scientists tell you that it could harm you, dumbass? Oh God. Oh, what else is going on, people? I think Trump tried lying. He probably not even taking it. Yeah, a lot. That seems to be what a lot of people are saying. They don't believe him. You can't believe anything he says. Everything is spin, right? He's already vaccinated. Vaccinated with what? There's no cure for corona. There's no prophylactic that works. There are some promising, from what I hear, they're making some progress with the vaccine, but it's not ready for just sticking regular humans. There are trials going on. Mm-hmm. Let me see. He wants to appear there's nothing to fear. To say he wants the people to jump back out there in them damn streets. He don't care about, and maybe some people would disagree with me. I think he is strongly influenced when they come up with these statistics saying that minorities are more affected by this thing than anybody else, and old people. I'm thinking he's writing off the old people. The hell with them. I think if they were saying, oh, this was affecting white middle-class Americans, I think his whole conversation would be different. That's just a feeling I have. Because as soon as they start saying it was 80% African Americans that were dying, he started trying to open it up and starting in Atlanta, Georgia, where black people live. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. We had nothing to fear but fear itself. Liar in chief. Can't believe a damn thing you say. Boy, this is one of the worst experiences in American history. Hi there, Tracy. I didn't see you. Hey there, darlings. Mm-hmm. Mr. Sudi. Did I get it right this time? Mr. Sudi. Okay. Okay, but he's an old person, right? He really is susceptible. Of all the people standing there in the White House when he does these dumbass briefings of his, he is the one that's 74 years old. I can't wear a mask. What is the? Can we not hear you through the mask, Trump? Is you with your cough look? Is that more important than showing the America they should be wearing masks? What a dumbass! Oh, he just upsets me so much. It is hard to listen to Trump. It is hard. You have to wait. Let's figure out what he says, and then let's listen to it on the news later. Vinyl Talk says, "What's Tracy up to today? What you up to, Tracy? Tracy be doing late night lately. Late night with Tracy. You have to change your name, girl." Well, I see that you said some of the things I said earlier about the StreamYard stuff. She's just trying to figure it out. But your line is getting so crowded because it's popular. They want to come on there and talk. So the truth will make us free, honey. We'll see who the good people are and who the bad people are. But my advice, if you're still on here, Miss Tracy, I want you to hear this. I think it works better. It's just one person's opinion. We all got one. If only like the news does it, if only the moderator, the person in charge, you and two other people at a time. If you three, so even if you guys start yelling at each other or they start yelling at each other, it can only be so bad, right? But when you have 6 and 7 people all yelling at the same time, you can't hear anything. So I think moderator and 2 people at a time, then you can just rotate them off. You can bring 2 more people on like that because you're going to get more and more popular. People like that late night thing, it seems like. They start numbers. Oh, we don't mention that name, Vinyl Talk. It's a lot. That would turn this place into a cemetery. There's a lot of dead people around here. Well, they're not around here. We don't mess with them. And I've been liking it just fine. I ain't got to get in there all this stuff that goes on, Don't take Mr. He's a friend of ours, though, Mr. Vinyl Talk off. We just don't talk about those particular people. Yeah, that might work better, Tracy. And people would be more tempted to come on. I don't mind coming on. I would come talk to you, but I don't want to get on there with everybody just yelling, screaming, and hollering, because then I start yelling, and if the volume goes up and up and up, you can't hear anything. So 1-on-1, 2-on-1 seems to work better to me. Sir King says 3 people. Sir King, you're always the third person, Sir King. Sir King said, "Don't go messing with my niche." She'll figure it out, honey. She will figure it out. Now, who's on my phone? Lord have mercy. What else is going on? I hear you saying the Orangina is trying to use all of us as human guinea pigs. That's how stupid he really believes he's smart. How can you have the whole damn government? The whole government telling you to go right. He always want to go left. It's always us against them, but he don't realize that he is supposed to be the them. In order for me to believe that he's taking the drug, I have to see him taking it and have somebody there to evaluate what it is, because he's such a trickster. But he doesn't mind having other people, because see, if somebody's the president, the people who follow him, they actually believe him. They were ready to put bleach in syringes and shoot it in their body. All they're waiting for the go sign. And we don't know if some did. We don't know that, honey. That would be buried. But just to be so irresponsible. How many young people watch this stuff? How many drug addicts, people drunk, all of that? How many of them watch this stuff? Trump does it. I'm a Trumper. It's amazing that people follow that dude. I'm not surprised that the rich people follow him because he didn't cut their damn taxes in half. I guess they would. And then all the rest of them seem to be poor white people. Why are they following him? What has he done for them? He's one of us. He can't help it. Like, he's a pathological liar. See, today, when he made that stupid statement today, he's taking this drug. What are we talking about? He done stole another news day. Or a little pinch of it, anyway. I think most people don't even believe him. The puppet masters, I believe they're fighting against Trump, though, because Trump is actually out there believing he's running the government. And he's going to make himself known. He's going to get that spotlight no matter what. I know no one, but don't ever say never. How many people in this country are suffering from serious mental illness? How rational people are those? We don't know who. When you put out information to everybody, to the whole world, there's definitely got to be something. You can't say that, oh, 0 people followed him. That'll never be true. Misbehaving. Okay. Trump validates their sense of white supremacy. That's where it came from. It came right after a black president, and that's what he ran on. Said that Obama came up out of a different country. He was the head person with this birther movement. Us against them. All he could prove really is that we're all the same race. Although they're not really. Some of them are German, some of them are Swedish, some of them, whatever. All liars should be bam, bam, bam. Okay, Miss Tracy. Stop the violence. I saw a man, what was it, a couple of days ago? This black dude. He walking around, he got a big ass hammer in his belt hoop. I said, this dude don't watch the news. All you got to do is walk by one of these white folks, honey, and frighten them a bit. They'll call 911. You be charged with carrying a deadly weapon. He had a great big old hammer stuffed in his clothes. I guess that's here. You can carry a pocket knife as long as it's exposed. We don't have no open carry. Praise God for that. Okay, where was that at? Low-life followers. His whole thing is trying to be above everybody, right? How rich I am, how wonderful I am. You think he really cares about poor white people? He considers them low-bred people in his real life. He just found out what they get mad about. They love race stuff, right? Because if all else fails, they're still white. It worked. You see. Last week, Howard Stern told his listeners that Trump doesn't like you. Of course, it's true. He wants no parts of his low-life followers. Absolutely. You think they're going to have y'all going to Trump Tower for dinner? Please. He didn't even want to pay the people when they built buildings for him. They had to go to court to get their money. Mr. Sudi, welcome. Hey, Nicole. Reloaded. Almond Brown. Nikki's here too. Let me see. Did Trump file taxes this year? He still ain't. See, that should hold him to some of this stuff. All the time he was running, he said, "Oh, I'm being audited by the federal government." Right. As soon as the thing is over, I'm gonna release my taxes. Nobody gives a fuck that he never did it. They're still in court trying to get him to release that. They don't care that he lied about that. They don't give a damn. They just don't care. He promised them over and over and over and over and over again, I'm going to release my taxes. When? All his promises, they don't give a shit. I'm still not sure what their motivation is, because he ain't helped nobody. He ain't helped nobody but rich people and cut them taxes. See, when you make $1 trillion a year, I mean, let's say you make $1 billion a year, then half of that belongs to the government. So you don't get 5. So you can imagine how good they feel when they can now get 900 billion of it, whatever the numbers are, 900 million of it. He cut their taxes dramatically. And that's what that was his obsession, was his father's obsession was getting rid of inheritance tax, right? He never thought it was fair, but he could never get anywhere with it. First thing Trump does, eliminates inheritance tax. So his family can keep all the money. It's all about money. The love of money, that is the root of all evil. Yep. Misbehaving says if Trump shows his taxes, it will show he receives money from Russia and Saudi Arabia by way of what do you call it? Djibouti Bank, whatever, that bank. It's true, and it's also going to show that he doesn't make as much money as he says he does. He says he's worth $8 and $9 billion. Then he comes next week. He said, "Oh, they tell me it's 11 billion." All these numbers, no receipts, no proof, no tax returns, nothing. And even if he does show his tax returns, how much of his money is actually be hidden from tax? I mean, this is a professional con man, right? They're gonna show that, oh, he probably has more debt than he has money. But I believe that family, and they're tied to the Kushners as well. Ain't no way in the hell they go into this presidency thing without profiting in some way. So long after he's out of office, there's going to be investigation after investigation after investigation. The name of that Kushner Tower, what is it? The address? 666. Sound familiar? Seems to me if I had a building like that, the first thing I would have did was got the address changed. Changes to anything, honey. Yeah, I see the people out there doing interviews with people. I don't know why y'all believe that y'all have to explain to these people your beefs and all your personal life and all this kind of stuff, and why you said this. Who in the hell are these people who you're explaining to? I ain't gonna explain shit. Yeah, Mom and Brown, just a mess. Yes, please thumbs up the video, people. They tell me it means something. I don't know what, but thumbs up the video, please. Who's that lady always telling you thumbs up? Was it Deanna Irving? She always wants y'all to thumbs up. Give me some more of them thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. I ain't figured out what it means yet. A view is a view. I have view is a view. Let me see. Oh, Deanna, that's the cuss goddess. Listen, I'll admit, I admire somebody who could really cuss. You gotta have, there's an art to cussing. There's some people you don't want to cuss. I know when I was a child, I could not stand for my mama to cuss me out. Oh my God, that was the worst thing. I'd rather she hit me to cuss me out because it would linger, Go on. And of course, you can't say anything back to your mama, right? You get your head knocked off. So I was taught to respect the cuss. What else happening? I see the heavy hitters is over there arguing and carrying on. We're going to try to stay out of their business. Mm-hmm. I am so frustrated about this damn writing thing, though. My God. I should read you guys some of this book. This book is good. I mean, the writing is good. That's why I picked it back up again. And then I was going for like 3 weeks. I was writing every day again. So I advanced maybe like pretty much a chapter. Then it froze up again. That's a mess. See, before I had YouTube, I think I had more focus because I wasn't automatically running back and forth to this. I watch this more than I watch television or news or anything else. Right? Oh, there's Gamish Carter. Hey, Mr. Blaine, you going to take a swig of... No, thank you. It won't be at the advice of Donald Trump. You can believe that. People are wearing helmets and do. Anything for $1. I just don't understand why people feel like they got to explain themselves to all of the people who have named themselves Oprah Winfrey now. I got to have answers. What? Excuse me? You got to have answers about what? My life? Yeah. Are you going on A View is a View? I think you're live right now, I believe. I have to go over there and check it out, see what you're talking about. I don't know her. I know you are seeing. Okay. No, I'm not writing no books about the beef sector. Although I think to all writers, it's crossed all of our minds. You know, just because it's what you're doing. But no, I don't think I want to get involved in all that. Fiction is more fun to actually make it up. I think it's interesting, but fiction is so very, very hard though. So you have to give all these people backstories and all that. So this project I'm working on now, it is the 4th installment of a series, right? So which means that a lot of this background is already established because you've been following it for 4 books. So people's churches established, some personalities are established, some history, some backstories are already established. So it makes it much easier. But sometimes you just hit on something and it just becomes fascinating to you. Like I used to be this white dude. He was probably came from like Tennessee or somewhere. That was the style he had, a cowboy hat. But that boy had such a sweet voice. And I used to hear about him in the train, right? He worked underneath the ground in the subway station. And I was passed by this guy. I mean, that voice was, I said, God, what is the story behind somebody like that? And that's where I got inspired to do my book, Muse. I just started writing the same day. So whenever inspiration has come, it's come quick. The other one, the Epiphany, they're like angels. That one, I used to work out in the YMCA, right? And right where I worked out at, there's a pier. I always use the same machine. A pier, at the end of the pier. And while I was working out every day, I came up with the idea of this new character standing on that pier about to kill himself, about to do suicide. And that became a whole book. That became the Epiphany. And I strongly recommend that book above all the others. I mean, they're all good, but I just like that particular book. I got more response from the Epiphany. It's not long. It's not horrible to read, you know. I know people don't read as much as they used to, but a lot of people do. A lot of people love reading. And that's one you can read it alone too. You don't have to have the whole story. Anyway, I'm hoping that will come back on me. It's just a matter of sitting down and deciding that you're going to do it, I guess. We'll see. Just writing is just like, it's such a laborious thing. I mean, you work on that thing for 1 or 2 years, and then people say, oh, you sold 6 books this week. Oh, yeah. Oh, I made $50 a month, you know. Thanks for inspiring writers here on that. Yeah, so writing the story, I mean, the actual writing, the process of writing, the creativity of the story. You have to focus on that. You can't be focused on how much money you're going to make or how many people are going to read your book. Bashful B is called, it's pronounced the Epiphany. Change the Y to an I because people said when I first released that book, they said, why did you misspell epiphany on the cover? I said, no, honey. Maybe it's a made up word, but it's epiphany with the Y turned to an I because the epiphany are actually beings. They're like angels. They're like, if you have an epiphany, all of a sudden you have a thought comes very clear to you. Well, we've given that thought thing a physical body. But then when they disappear, you don't remember talking to them. You just remember what they told you to do. And that's how these characters get through life. Right? Interesting. It's worth $4.99 on Amazon. People have responded extremely well to the Meth Monster book. I bet that's not a work of fiction. That's autobiographical. So it's a memoir. So that book is done extremely well. But the fiction books have not quite caught on. I didn't do the greatest job of promoting them. I didn't know anything about book promotion or anything. But the Epiphany would be number 2. The big book that inspired all the rest of it is called Love and Gospel Music. And that's what the whole series is called. Thank you, Blue Skies. Let us know what you think. I've got no fear about people reading my books. I think it's always going to be if they read them. I mean, you know. Yeah, but the process is great too when you really get in there. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to sit down and start doing it again. Somehow make myself sit down and begin to write. Messing with it does consume your mind. If you're writing, honey, that's all you're thinking about. What's going to happen next? That's what I'm saying. It's a heavy thing to invade your space with. That's why these distractions, see, if I didn't have YouTube, I'd probably be writing more, I would imagine. You've seen all my videos. The video is more direct. And actually, to be honest, I mean, videos, it pays too. It helps. It does. You know, the Meth Monster is the memoir. That's done much better than I ever thought it would. I mean, it had already sold to everybody, you know, that I know locally. But then the last 6 months or so, it's been really paying off. So I think it's something like I sold 6,000 copies of that. That's a lot for a self-published author. I'm just guessing at the number. I think it's something like 6. The audiobook alone is sold over 3,500. Oh, come on, Gamage Carter. Gamage Carter is the editor of. Did you edit? Yeah, you edited that too, of Epiphany. He thinks I should put more sex in it. See, I'm not a nasty person. Excuse me, no offense. Excuse me. Some people want you to be putting. To tell you the truth, when I watch movies, if they go into these love scenes, all that, I always fast forward. Get back to the story. I want to hear the story. I don't care about like nasty stuff. Not everybody feels that way. So if you're going to try to get some kind of erotic thing from me, you'll never find it, honey, in my writing. It's amazing. Thank you, Bashful B. Yeah, Gamage Carter, he likes all that nasty talk. I don't like it. I don't like it with gay people or straight people. It just doesn't add anything. It's such a personal thing, you know. Some people can do that. Do you know that a lot of gay erotica is written by women? I was amazed to find that out. A lot. I venture to say even perhaps the majority at this point of books on Amazon, which are male to male erotica, are written by women authors. Isn't that something? I would think that'd be the last thing they want to write about. But no, they do a good job at it too. It's not my thing. Let me see. Who is it? It's still in you though, Almond Brown. I used to write poetry and do open mics. Oh, that's an art. If you can actually read your work. I have dyslexia, so reading is my public reading is real stilted. Even the stuff I'm reading on the side. So I was about to do public readings that would have advanced my projects if I can get on stage and read excerpts from it. But poetry is something you can actually perform on stage. Yeah. So that's an art. That's a gift, honey. So there's like a lot of women used to write poetry. I know they read a lot more than men, a whole lot more than men. You ready to Wally's book club? Wally liked that book. I think Wally liked that book so much because he is contemplating writing the book himself, and that's what it would be. It would just be a memoir. So, yeah, I got several reviews on there from people who got it from Wally. I enjoy Wally. I like him, even though I know he's able to tell a story, a long tale about me. For me, when Wally tells falsehoods, it just doesn't bother me that much. The way he tells it, I mean, it doesn't even seem like it's the truth. So he says he's working on also a biography of some sort. I don't know who he's working with or how far along they are, but it seems like everything is frozen up right now. So. Okay, what else is going on here? You got that right, honey. Gamish Carter. Hey, Miss Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Mr. Blaine won't even let me drop off chili to his house. Even made peach cobbler. I don't know where those hands have been, honey. Oh, no. And he won't let me stop by. We're on lockdown, honey. Take it seriously. Even if I had my own children, I had to have them locked in a different room. I mean, I am 62, and I have a plethora of compromising ailments. I need some. I don't even order anything to be delivered because I don't trust them. I said, I don't know where your hands have been. How did you drive your car over here? Did you have gloves on when you drove your car over there? Who made these things? I don't see any of that stuff. So I'd rather just sit it out for the moment. I mean, you could. I think you could. Like somebody was saying last week, one of the moderators was saying, just have the food delivered to you, and then when you heat it up, it'll probably kill whatever's on it. But I haven't done it. I haven't even signed up for some of those Grubhubs and things. It makes sense to do some of that stuff since you're locked in anyway. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Nicole, for posting for me. Oh my goodness. That's right, Nikki. It'll be okay. You listen to your mama. What's my thoughts on pets getting the virus? There have been some cases, I understand. But I take my dog. At first, I was so paranoid because I'm suited and booted, right? I got my mask on, my gloves, and all this. But the dog, people want to touch the dog. I'm saying, well, damn, if they got something on their hands, is it being transferred to the dogs? And when the dogs, if you let them, because they like to rub noses, stuff like that, it hasn't been reported enough for me to be fearful about it. They have big signs all over the park says keep 6 feet apart for the humans. But I haven't seen the dog sick or anything. I can't resist. Sometimes you want the dogs to sniff each other. All they do is they sniff each other's nose, and they go around and they sniff each other's butt. But I don't think it happens very often, or we would hear more about it. So, yeah, sometimes I let the dogs touch. I don't love it when people touch the dogs without gloves on. I don't love it. It usually doesn't happen. You can kind of control, stay away from people. Okay, Nikki. I ain't thinking about you, Carter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I see y'all done got Jaded Nerd all pissed off. Yes, get them motherfuckers in line. I feel like an ex-prize fighter. I got to take it out the ring, honey. Y'all better leave that boy alone. Jaded Nerd ain't no joke. How are we doing? We're okay. Yes, Anne Rice under a pseudonym. Anne Rice under a pseudonym? I used to love Anne Rice's writing. I love all the advice she gives to writers as well. You writers, you can look up Anne Rice. She gives some good advice to writers. I was very inspired by her when I was writing. Yeah. But when I was in prison, I would read long books like the Interview with the Vampire and some of her other books because there's nothing else to do. You know, if we didn't have these computers and the TVs and, you know, outside and all the stuff we do, we would read more too. But she's a great writer. I got that girl, Lord, another brain freeze. Terry McMillan's book, but I haven't been able to open it up because I always read books, and when I start reading them at night or listening to them at night, they put me to sleep. So it's not the best way. You got to sit up in the daytime and find some time to read a book. Yeah, but I read all of hers except for I think she had one called Mama. I haven't read that yet, and this new one, I forget the name of it even. I will. I used to listen to audiobooks, or you don't even have to have audiobooks here. Audiobooks are very expensive. So if you don't like to read written word for long periods of time, you know, if you get a Kindle, the Kindle will read it to you. So I used to, when I go to the gym, I work out, I would listen to the Kindle. On the way to the gym, I would listen to the Kindle on the way back. So I could read a book in 3 or 4 days, you know. But now since I'm stuck in here, it's just so much easier to watch all this video stuff. If you're driving, audiobooks are great too. I mean, to kill the time, particularly if you have to drive a long way. Oh, there's a view is a view. A View of You, my book is going to be full of erotic conversations. Have you started it, Views of You? A View is a View. Have you started the erotic conversations? My mama used to read those. Y'all remember those? I guess you call them stories. They were just thin like magazines, right? But they came out every week. They called True Romance and stuff like that. Oh, she was obsessive. She read them every day for all the time I lived with her. She refused to read my books though. That's when you're guilty. I'm the mother. I can't read that. My grandmother loved it though. My grandmother's a spiritual woman. She wanted to hear anything about God and about deliverance. I don't think my mom read any of my books, really. I don't know. But she used to love those stories. Mm-hmm. If that was Obama, it would be everything would be a problem. If it was Obama, I mean, what a great president we had. It just pains me to hear that fool up there always trying to drag Obama into everything, and then expect him not to respond at all. That it seems so unfair to me. Decorum or whatever. You ain't supposed to criticize the new president. Well, then leave other people alone. Then you know good and damn well Obama ain't got nothing to do with no coronavirus. It's insane. Let us know when you start your book, Viewers of You. Okay, Almond Brown. Where are we at? 51 minutes. All right. Nobody's be out there taking no hydroxy, whatever. It's a long, long name. Don't be doing that. Don't y'all be following behind Trump. I have a strange feeling that nobody here is going to be drinking Lysol, shooting up bleach, or taking this stuff, unproven stuff. Why don't he just put on the mask? Wouldn't that be his prophylactic? That's what everybody else is doing. How are you going to be a leader? And you won't even do what you're telling the people to do. Ugh. Mm-hmm. It will begin for just. Mm-hmm. Don't drink bleach. All right. I'm with you, Bonnie. It sounds like a bad idea. All right, people. Nice talking to you guys. Stay safe. I know it's getting on your nerves. It's bad on your nerves. I feel for you mothers who got your children in there with you all this time. But it seems like pretty much the whole country is going to be open by Friday. You don't mean you ain't got to be precautious. And I'm hoping that the elderly people like myself and above and further along will stay in a while longer until they get something else better, some other insurances. They say they've got some promising results on some kind of vaccine, but it's still anticipated to be at least a year away from here, or by the beginning of the next year, which will be 8 or 9 months. You're always up early, though. Y'all be sure to watch Miss Tracy tonight. I know she'll be on late night. That's the late night talk lady. All right, guys. Bye-bye.